Hi, I'm Bella Savignano. I'm an administrator in the Fine Art Department and on the Subculture sale here at Swann Galleries, and this is what's in my auction. So this is a really exciting piece by the artist Jane Bauman, who came up in the 70s and 80s in the graffiti art and stenciling scenes of both the Bay Area and New York. She got her start in San Francisco in the 60s, where she was getting her master's degree, and started to create amongst the punks and the DIY scene of the Bay Area, where the sort of frugality and mass communication and this DIY ethos was kind of at the forefront of what they were making and producing, whether that be in music or in art. She notes a lot of collaboration between artists and musicians at the time. She did work with a number of punk bands in the area, and that is actually where she met her boyfriend, known as Mark C., and his band Crop. And then they ended up relocating to New York at the end of the 70s into the early 80s. She settled down in the East Village, paid almost no money to live there, and she started creating artwork and stencil art for his new band, Live Skull. Live Skull is one of the bands that came up at the forefront of this sort of avant-garde noise scene in the early 80s that gave birth to Sonic Youth, Lydia Lunch, and Swans, other notable bands from that period. And this is one example of a stenciled work she made with the Live Skull stencil. It's really beautiful and really sort of evocative of the ethos of that time, which was to do things yourself and to do them cheaply and to mass produce. And it also sort of speaks to the nature of the East Village at this time, which is quite gritty, and it's kind of a fun piece because though it's here on paper, we don't know where else this was stenciled. The stencil came in handy with illicit uses, forms of publication, spray painting on buildings and on private property, not to accuse the artist of such things, but this is a great example that sort of represents the kind of community and the art that she was making and the scene she was coming up in, which is really special.